Allan, we stood here last year. You're standing for the seat, Great Parndon.
Yes.
After we left, how did campaigning going, and what were your reflections?
I think it was probably because this is my first time here last year, and it's like anything else, as it takes a bit of working. People get to know you. Once they've got to know, I mean, it's different in certain wards where it's maybe have got relatively safe, but when it's large, I mean, I think it must have been 20 years now since Labour had this ward.
So that's important, isn't it? Because on too many occasions, from all parties, a candidate who's got to really try and make an impression or win it comes and goes. So you believe you've got to really try and get to stay.
Well, I
for
hope
long stay.
second time round, it's second time lucky. Who knows? It's I wouldn't know how it's going to go this year. It's
Why'd you say that?
well, I think it's national things that have gone on. It's with Brexit, and I know that shouldn't play a part in local politics, but it does. It always plays on people's minds. It's what are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, I've had it a couple of times when I've gone around different states knocking on the doors, and
So is this going to be a matter of, for you, Labour, getting your vote out?
it's getting our vote out. It's getting your vote out anywhere in the town. I think it's important for everyone to get our vote out, because Staple Tie, they lost by one vote last time. I mean, one vote. It's when it's that tight. It's yes, it's important for all our voters to come out.
What are the issues though you're trying to concentrate on in your ward?
Well, it's parking. Parking is a problem. I think with a few little tweaks here and there, you could get some extra parking bays dotted around. And I've noticed other problems. There's people the far side of the ward. I was speaking to some residents in Red Willows, and they was on about, will they build on that field at the back of us?
Will they build on the field at the back of them?
Sepping's land. I mean, we've put our plans in. I know everyone's entitled to a property of some sort, but the way it is now, when you've got 40-year-old people still living with their parents, and other people doesn't register, they're sleeping on a sofa somewhere. Yeah, we do need some more housing.
And the recent problems with the waste collections, does that come up at all, or do people accept it? Maybe it was teething trouble.
It's teething troubles, but it shouldn't have been, because it was the same firm. They've renewed all their vehicles and with more high-tech gizmos on it, and it didn't work. So the vets had to they've got so sensitive, so if a cat went near it, it wouldn't lift up and sit. It's yes, okay, you've got to have some health and safety features here, but it was oversensitive. I think it's after a few days, after this week, it will be back to normal for people.
So somebody like yourself who isn't a councillor, would like to be a councillor, you were here standing last year, and then there's been the 50-odd weeks between. Have you been involved in Labour, in campaigning in Labour in the intervening period?
I've been campaigning, yes, as much as I can. I mean, I am the vice chair of Harlow Labour Party. So yes, I do get myself involved. And I should get myself involved. I wish more people did, but there's some people, health issues, age, you can understand it. But the more people we get out and campaign, the more chance we've got of gaining extra seats, as well as maintaining our. The priority is 7, but it would be lovely if we got 11.
And as Vice Chair of Harlow Labour, you must be pleased with, it's been now 7, not complacent, I imagine you're not, but 7 years in power. Seem to be growing in numbers. Said and your organisation seems to be very efficient, in actually campaigning. So all that must please you.
Well, it does please me. It's from a lot of things. I mean, I come from a construction background, and I was very, very pleased when the contract went back in-house. It was it showed it in several ways. The profit that Kia were making, obviously going to the shareholders. The profit that Harlow are making is going back into the town. I mean, well, for instance, it's the museum. The theatre.
Harlow Playhouse,
Harlow Playhouse. There's lots of things, and of course, the money that it's releasing could go into building more council houses, which is I would love to see.
Is that a real aspiration though, the council houses? Do you think those days are gone? We've had 7 in Pheasants Croft and that's really been about it.
Well, yeah, no, it's still on. It's still on, building more council houses. Yes, it should be a good thing, and it is a good thing.
And do you think you can finally, 300 gap? It's a bit of a gap, isn't it?
It's a gap. It's a gap, but I'm an eternal optimist, and I believe, yes, it can be done.